Hello everybody and welcome to the Terraform Homestead. For those of you who are new to our channel, we are an off-grid homestead out in the Sonoran Desert, doing natural building, sustainable living, and teaching people how to live a simpler, healthier life. This week, we have a very exciting episode coming to you for our roof build on this Hyperadobe tiny home. We're finally getting this started. It's a struggle. It's definitely been a lot of work, but really excited to get this project moving. So let's get right into it.
Grow your garden, find your tribe, let your heart's burning side move your body towards the light.
All right, everybody, we are finally getting started on this roof build. So I'm very excited. This morning we got a delivery of our roofing lumber, our roofing sheeting, all our hurricane ties, stuff like that. I still do need to get our metal for the roof, but that will be a Tucson trip, and because there's a scrapyard that I like that is pretty inexpensive, we need to get our wood on first. So my project right now is to get these beams made. So the idea, so we're gonna have 32-foot long beams going across, then our rafters, sheeting, asphalt paper, and metal. The issue is 32-foot beam is not really a thing. And so we ended up getting two 20-foot and two 12-foot beams for each beam. All right, so hopefully this makes a little bit more sense than my explanation, but you can see 12-foot board, 20-foot board, 20-foot board, 12-foot board. So there's a seam here, and then we've got 8 feet that overlap right there and there. Right now I just have these screwed together, but we will be putting in some heavy-duty bolts that goes through the wood. We'll have 4 going through each of our posts, 1 on the ends, and then 4 in the middle here. So that'll be 14 bolts to sandwich these two things together. Not super worried about it. Most of these beams are going to be supported by our bags, which is nice. The biggest majority of it is going to be sitting on our bags, and then we just have those beams on either end to support the ends. I think this is pretty over-engineered, but that's how I like to do things out here. All right, everybody, it's a late night build day. Late night, like 6 o'clock, I don't know, something like that. Feels like midnight because it's winter. Now that we have our beautiful shop pretty well done, it's time to get back to it. So what I'm doing tonight is working on our support beams, pillars. Got this flat bar, 1-inch steel. Basically what we're gonna be doing is I found a professional welder because my little bitty Chicago Electric Harbor Freight welder flux core toy is not going to do this. I don't trust structural stuff to the toys. So found a professional welder that's going to be doing these for fairly inexpensive. I have to do all the prep work. So what I'm doing is we're getting these cut down to 18 inches. And then basically he's going to be welding them up into an L bracket. We're going to be putting 4 holes through each of these, and then that is going to mount heavy duty bolts to our LVL beams, and then he's going to be welding these L brackets to our steel posts. So that's the plan for tonight. Get all these drilled, cut, and ready for him to mess with in the morning. Okay, so I got all of our plates cut. And I got these big 3/8 inch holes drilled in, and this might make a little more sense what we're doing now. So got some long runs of this big, thick, heavy-duty pipe. And basically, we're going to cut an L shape in here, and then we have our plate sitting recessed on our pipe. So that'll actually be down here. We have our other piece creating an L bracket, and then we'll have, need another hand, little cap over here to cover that so that'll stay all good and happy. And then basically what we're going to do is run 2x10s here and here, and then basically just run a super big heavy duty bolt through the two 2x10s, nut and washer on each side. And yeah, that's going to be way overkill for what we need, but you know, I want this house to last for forever, so we're gonna do it right. Alrighty, so I am very excited right now. I just got a message from our welder that's helping us out that our posts are welded up and ready to go, so I'm heading into Bisbee to pick them up. We got our posts all welded up. I just need to put a little bit of paint or rust sealer, I don't know, the rust reformer, and then paint, epoxy, something or another. It's meant for metal going into concrete. And then our welder got these all done. They're looking so good. I'm really excited about this. And yeah, ready to go. Is a very, very, very exciting day on the homestead today. We're starting the roof on this guy. This is something I've been nervous about, but excited for a better part of 9 months now, but all that's left to do is to do it. Got our beams painted last night, sealer coat on that. We got our posts ready, painted. Now I just gotta figure out how to put it all together and get it 12 feet up in the air, so. Got our posts and our beams ready. Now I just have to figure out how to put this stuff together. I know how to put it together. How to put this stuff together square. We're doing this backside first because I think it's going to be easier because there's more clearance and less height. My thought is I've got this laid out kind of eyeballing it, which that worked out really well for a workshop, so I'm kind of doing it again. But I think what I can do is just kind of eyeball it on this first one, and then use this first one once it's locked into place as a reference for the second post, and then we'll run a couple string lines to get our third post in, or third beam in. Here's where we are at. Got a single bolt in each of these posts and some clamps, so that way I can wobble it and get it plumb as I needed. We've got our tubes and our rebar clamped up, and then yeah, all that's left to do is to lift it. Alright, we're wrapping up for today. Yeah, it's been a tough one, but we got all the beams up. So we got all 3 of them up. There's not even close to being square. We're still quite a ways out from that, but called it a day because just kind of gotten to a point where it's just racking my brain how to figure out how to do this. So I'm gonna come at it with fresh eyes in the morning. What's hard about this is everything's 12 feet in the air. Everything's heavy. Everything's awkward, and they're 32 feet long by 20 something feet long beams. So they're gonna bend and stuff like that. What I think I need to do is get in a center post on our loft here. So that way I can get one beam locked into place. And then that way I have a center beam on our loft that I can run perpendicular to, something along those lines. I don't know. My brain is so gone right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, we have more coming to you next week. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, show us you enjoyed this video if you did. It's very helpful to our channel and helping us create more content for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Go build something cool.